Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Free Talk with Mr. B. This is a really exciting episode because we have a family show this time, and it's represented by a husband and a wife. Feel free to hosting with Mr. B. So let's introduce each other. Mr. B and Chinie.
Hi, everybody. Before I begin with, let me just thank you, Mr. B, for inviting us. This is such a big honor. And this is a dream come true for us, especially like if we feel like there are many things for us in our experiences that we'd like to share. So yes, I'm sorry it was too long. So my name is Chinie Ching. I've been living here in UAE for 9 years. I'm an airline hostess, and also I'm a very active in my advocacy, which is giving free breast milk to those babies, especially who have lost their mothers because of COVID-19.
I know, and that's where I met you too, and your husband Joemar. At the same time, we were doing an event pertaining to that. The very first time I was getting on stage too. Joemar, what about you?
Hi, good evening. Thank you for having us, Mr. B. So I'd like to introduce myself. I am uh, I am Joemar, the husband of Chinie. Just a little bit of interruption of my baby.
No, this is
Yeah,
perfect
one,
because we need to tell
yeah,
everyone who
I
she
know.
is.
Just so clingy. So, yeah, my name is Joemar again, and I am uh, currently based in UAE as an OFW, and I have been here for like almost 9 years now, and
Wow.
I am currently the most noble Filipino worker in UAE for 2022, which is
Wow, wow.
awarded last September,
Nice.
and the values that I have in my as a family man, I always look up to my family, take good care of them. So this will be a perfect episode for us as we discuss it as with my family as well.
Oh, okay. No, I was just so exciting. At first, I was putting together another program because I spoke with some people in the Philippines, and I was trying to see what are the subject matters that are important to Filipinos, young people coming up, and OFWs, and where, what can we give back to them about their
Mm-hmm.
lives. And as you know, you guys were all there when I was putting together the book, The Free Talk, Mr. B Becoming Mr. B, and putting the art of giving back together. And when we do these kind of things, we meet people who are giving back, and that's where I met you guys and met the with cow mama, cow papa.
That's right.
So you guys combined your name, and so we're advertising this program as Free Talk with Chimar. Can you tell me how you see your names combination, and when did you decide to do that? Go ahead, Jomar. Tell me when you guys decided to combine your names like that.
Oh yeah. So Chimar, it's basically the names is from Chinie, which is Chi, and my name is Joemar. So Mar, the last three letters of my name, so combines as Chimar. It was started when uh, we started our relationship as a boyfriend or girlfriend. It was like it was 8 or 9 years ago. So we decided to uh, create this name, which is uh, it's really from my wife. You know, this girl thing. They want to create some cute names and nicknames for couples. You know.
But you liked it. You liked it.
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
Now, again, the way men look at things sometimes a little different the way women do. Chini, how did you see it?
Oh my god, I'm so laughing because actually it's not just a cute thing. It's just a reflection that he married a very creative wife. He got a creative girl. So basically I was just looking for something that could uniquely describe about us. Since back then, Mr. B, if I may just tell you, I was already started flying and he was sailing. So it was kind of a sailing and flying international love relationship, which is like not so common back in the Philippines. And this is the reason why I really wanted to have a unique name, which is to combine our names. And that's where the Chimar was born, that kind of name.
Oh, very nice. And what is so sweet about it and so appealing about it, as husband and wife, you guys have a very nice relationship. I mean, amazing. I watched and followed you guys since I met you. You both have embraced me, have embraced free talk and the art of giving back. And with that embrace, I was able to keep following you. And I was like, wow, look at this genuine couple and how everything is being managed with two different kind of lifestyles in a sense. We're talking about you because we want the listeners all to know you and why they will trust you and your voices, your opinions, and your value. Oh, and see, this is what I see a lot. Look at Joemar, where his daughter is wrapped around him, and he's such a great daddy and a good support for when you're traveling for your job. Wonderful. So I want people to know you and trust you. Where in the Philippines are you from?
So I am from Cebu City, the queen capital of the South. And but basically I grew up in the Llano del Norte. They call it the land of beauty and bounty, and that's where I get to meet Mr. Jomar, because back in the days I was one of the candidates for Miss Llano del Norte. And he, by the way, Mr. B, he always tells this to the public whenever we have interview, that it was me who courted him. I
Wait a
wanted to
minute.
correct.
Well, let's ask him. Who courted whom, Jomar?
Well, I must say, I must say she's right. She courted me. Kidding aside, No, actually, it's of course I should do the first move. So, by the way, we met. I am originally from Llano del Norte, which is, yeah, as she mentioned, it's a land of beauty and bounty. It's uh, southern part of Philippines, which is Mindanao. So, uh, most of the time, our place is considered as dangerous of so many people, and this kind of area which there are limited opportunities. So I am proud to be from southern part of the Philippines, which is Mindanao, and specifically from Llano del Norte.
So, I mean, okay, I'm following up on what you said. If it's dangerous there, it means anyone who goes there meet a good wife like that?
Well, kind of, you have to be careful of meeting someone, especially to if you're planning to have or meeting someone to be your wife. But fortunately for me, I met someone which is, look at that. I can't even explain how
So, Chinie,
gorgeous she
well, no,
is.
this is where we have to ask her. Chinie, how dangerous are you?
Well, I must say I'm a combination of adventure and danger at the same time.
Okay. and that's why we have her on. The program, or this particular show series, we titled it 24 and Under Pressure. Now, what age did you meet her? What age did you meet her and marry?
Well, for at first, I met her when I was at 19, I believe. 19, yeah, 19 years old.
Okay.
That time I was a fresh graduate. Uh, she as well, and we met in Llano del Norte, which is my place. And actually, she's the one who did the first move. And
I like that part. I like that part. So we settled that part. It's okay for women to meet a man. It doesn't have to be all the man's move. But
right, yeah.
you were young and you were coming up. You were going to school and you did not know where life will take you. And that's
That's
why
right.
we're on this program today. Because if you did not live through those experiences, it will be very hard to share experiences that we're looking for, and that the community in the Kabayan community and communities around the world are looking for. when we're young, because I got married at 19, I didn't know a single thing, right? So I learned a lot since 19, right? I'm 62 now, or going towards 62. So I learned a lot since then. But I want you guys on this program, and that's what we want to run this program as, a sharing platform where we can give back, you know, because cow mama and cow papa can give back a lot of their life experience for being a kabayan, for being in the Philippines, for being an overseas worker, and to tell about the reality of the experiences. So it's such an honor that you would be here to share these experiences with us. And so by every episode, we'll try and cover one point at a time. That's how we will do it. And we'll give back to the community. We'll share it. And I know you guys are going to get some feedback. I'm going to get some feedback, and we can kind of cover it the following week as we get into new points about what does it take to be 24, maybe single male or single female. What does it take to be 19 or 20, 21 or 24 and under pressure? And, and under pressure is the pressures of life to get going and get moving forward. So I think you guys are going to be a great family and a great example to give back to the community. What do you think, Chinie?
Well, Mr. B, I'm excited, like literally into my bones and into my in my being, because I feel like me as a sharing with my life experiences, which is I'm actually, by the way, doing it already in the Philippines, because every time I go home in the Philippines, I get to have a speaking engagement with the universities, you know, being just inspiration to this 18 years old, 19 years old teenagers, because
Right.
there was never a manual on how to become a teenager, never a manual how to become an adult. Like,
Right.
it's always to be a life experience. So that's why I'm really, really excited. And I feel like this is a blessing in disguise for the both of us, for me and my husband, especially. Well, it becomes like our platform of sharing to people becomes just wider, because basically, personally, I've been just doing that from school to school, and then the people that I've been get to meet with. And now I'm just really grateful, Mr. V, for this opportunity, for giving us, you know, this kind of platform that we'll be able to touch many and wider range of people, for us to listen on how do we really get to, you know, experience, and how did we really able to handle situations on this 24 issues and pressure, and especially our midlife crisis, for everything that we're going to tackle with. And I'm just really, really excited.
Yes, very nice. And Joemar?
Yeah, so yeah, that's right. So, you know, if by the topic itself, 24, I've been there, you know, in my life experience.
Right?
My life experience, that's the age where you are always in under pressure from the family, from what you have to do in life, you know. So I believe this is a great opportunity for us to share to everyone, especially to our fellow kabayans, not only for our fellow kabayans, also to the people who will listen to this program and episodes that will come. So
Yeah.
uh, thank you again, Mr. B, for having us. So it's a great pleasure to have the here in this
I
episode.
understand. I mean, I want to thank you guys, because I want to ask you, sometimes there are some other languages in your community, and I just felt like sometimes you can use it. Does the Cebu area where you're from, or Mindanao, have a different language, accent, or dialect or anything?
So basically, Mr. P, I can speak, let's say, I understand different dialects. So we are both Bisaya. So
Bisaya?
what I love about this episode is that we are free to talk Tagalog. We can freely talk Bisaya. We can freely talk Chabacano, Maranao, or whatever dialects they can speak, for as long as they can just express themselves, and there will be no problem, because I myself, I consider myself as linguistics as a
Yeah.
Filipino, because I can speak and understand many of those.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. I mean, the beauty of it is sounding Bisayan, because if you guys spoke to each other, or you wanted to make a point from your community, they will hear your tongue. And if you were speaking Tagalog, you will throw in your English mix. And if you were speaking to like people in Samar, there's another dialect over there. And so I'm on this program, you're free to share it so that people get, sometimes the point is more solid when you tell them in their dialect, and they will assimilate with you. They will appreciate you because they know how real it is when you say it in their dialect. So I just appreciate hearing that. Some phrases, it'll be really nice. And the other point I wanted to make is just being able to bring somebody on, because some people, they can validate certain experiences more than us, even if we experience it. So you feel free to bring somebody on the program, because this is your program where you're giving back. Whether it's someone from church or someone from work or someone from anywhere in the world that you met them and you want them to join you that day, just feel free, and we'll give them the link so they can come on and share their experience too, because it validates even raising children experiences or work-life balance experiences. But we're gonna give back on this program, and I am as excited to my bone too for this particular series. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh well, Mr. B, I have quite a few on my list that has already been listed, and they're really, really excited to be on our show. And that really makes my heart so full, because I believe these people has many life experiences that the public, most especially the Filipino community who are working as an overseas worker, has
Yes,
to listen to,
yes.
because this is so relatable. This is so life experience that they can really reflect on, and there are many lessons that to be learned with these experiences that they have.
Right. And I think Joemar too, you are around a lot of OFWs. And so my
Mhm.
point of case, even after these first half of the year podcasting, you can bring some of them on. Maybe some of them
Right.
need to tell their story too. It's a family program, so we keep it family level
Mhm.
and bring honor to ourselves, our country, and our communities, by doing that. But there's no one too high or too low to bring on a talk show. It's just really nice to talk to them. And then I think Chin, because you travel so much, we have Kababayans and OFWs all over. I mean, I've met in Hong Kong, I've met in Australia, traveling, different overseas workers. And how do you connect with some of them when you travel?
Yes, absolutely, Mr. B. That is the beauty and the advantage of me traveling around the world, because I don't just get to know people. I don't just get to connect with people. I get to make them feel it. I believe in the sense that it doesn't matter what you say, but how you say it. And that gives me the appreciation to connect with these people around the globe. And most of the time during my travels, I get to meet people who are kabayan, who can share their experiences and how were they on their daily livings in London, people who are like experiencing life in America, and of course like people who are experiencing life in Germany. These are really, really interesting, and I'm just really, really looking forward for this one.
Now that you said that, you have a program that you're running right now that you're getting new supporters, just people you meet and then they automatically support you. And I saw one of those reels. What is that about?
Well, basically, Mr. B, those are as you know, I am extremely passionate with my advocacy, which is breastfeeding, mother and child welfare, even years before, because I am a firm believer that every drop of the breast milk saves lives. And then I get to tap onto the people where they were just strangers and they become supporters. And that really melts my heart, because they vowed to be with this advocacy, to be with this movement, to save more lives by just simply sharing and choosing breastfeeding to their own children. And you know what is more heartwarming on that, Mr. B, is that it's not just about women, even the fathers, to even the men, even the teenagers who are just boys, but they get to know and get influenced by the really positive feedback of breastfeeding. And that for me is already a plus points for me. Like, I mean, like, I'm already okay. I feel like the God has already seen me and already been happy of what I am doing. And that's the reason why I've been actively finding and advocating this advocacy, turning strangers to supporters.
So I want to challenge you, Jomar, to come up with a commercial every time in order for us, you and I, to both promote that advocacy. Because when we have a podcast, it's our right we can do whatever we want, right? There's no rules per se. So if we want a
Yeah.
commercial moment, we should just, like I just had her do, make a commercial moment and says, look, this is where you can find this. This is what you can do. This is how you can get involved. Promote the advocacy while we give back from the different subjects and topics we have. So we'll give back from that regardless, but we use a moment in the podcast to always talk about what kind of self-sponsored advocacies. and this happens to be one. And if you have one yourself, something that's passionate towards you, Joemar, do the same. You're welcome to talk about that.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah. And so
Yeah,
we
well,
look forward to that.
yeah. So for me, I'm always here to support my wife, especially for her advocacy, which is very great, and I'm always there for her since the first day of giving breast milk to the people who are in need. So for me, yeah, I will accept the challenge, Mr. B. I'm gonna have my own advocacy, and I have lots of advocacy, but let me see. I will focus one, and I'll accept the challenge.
And not that it's a big separate challenge. The challenge is how can we promote hers, right? And so if she's saying men, boys, and other genders are appreciating the advocacy, understanding the value of breast milk.
That's right.
The first 6 months of a child's life is give it every immunity it needs from this source, then we can use it and say, look, this is it's a good cause. It's a good purpose. And so I'm saying every podcast we have the freedom to talk about it. And in her case, she meets people. And if you met them and have them as a contact, we can contact them and ask them if they will come on the show just for a few minutes to say just that. So everyone is welcome on this platform. It's a giving back platform. It's Free Talk with Mr. B, and Free Talk with Mr. B wants to stay and will stay free, so we can freely advertise whatever we want. Right?
That's right.
For sure. And so, no, it was just an absolute pleasure to be on talking with you. I look forward to this every week as we continue this series, 24 and Under Pressure, Free Talk with
Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Oh, I wanted you guys to say the real one now, because this program is Free Talk with Chimar, Joemar and Chinie Ching. So the Free Talk with Chimar.
Chimar.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much again, and we will come on again and start this series on the next week. So we will have start talking about the points that we itemize for the next 26 weeks.
All right. We're looking forward for that.
Yeah.
And what does Isabel want to say? I think I got her name is Isabel, right? Yeah, I think she wants to give her piece. The family show. Let's see, she'll give her piece. Oh, maybe she'll say goodbye to me. Let's see, she'll say goodbye, Mr. B. Okay, goodbye, Isabel. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. I'll see you next
Take
week.
care. See you next week for another episode of Free Talk.